Microsoft surprises with early Halo Infinite multiplayer launch today. Microsoft is surprising Xbox fans today with an early launch for Halo Infinite multiplayer. Rumors of the early Halo Infinite multiplayer drop appeared over the weekend, and Microsoft is now making it official as part of today's 20-year Xbox anniversary. Halo Infinite's cross-platform multiplayer mode should now be live for everyone on Xbox One, Xbox Series S/X, and PC to try out in beta. This beta includes access to Season 1 with all the core maps and Battle Pass features. Any progress in the multiplayer mode will also carry over to launch day on December 8th. Initially, there were a few hurdles downloading it from Xbox or via the Windows Store. At first, the free-to-play game only showed up as part of a paid Xbox Game Pass subscription, and some players had issues launching it as well. Microsoft suggested players might want to reboot their consoles, and Halo community director Brian Gerard confirmed that some players were experiencing errors on launch since the build is still publishing and rolling out. But we're now seeing the game working on Xbox, and we had no issue firing up matches on PC via Steam from the get-go. They did take a bit longer than you might expect to load, lingering on the startup screens. On Xbox, it's a 25 GB install. Steam starts with a 23.7 GB download, expanding to 26 GB installed to 343 Industries. The developers of Halo Infinite first started previewing the multiplayer mode of the game in July. A Halo Infinite multiplayer preview in late September was available to all Xbox players. We couldn't get enough of the multiplayer mode of Halo Infinite, and it felt like an exciting return to form. But do note that if you played the beta on PC, you'll need to rebind any controls you've changed. The new release appears to be using a different client than the earlier test flights. November 15th marks 20 years since the original Xbox debuted alongside Halo Combat Evolved. Microsoft announced the Halo Infinite early multiplayer drop during a special anniversary stream celebrating the 20th anniversary. It's no surprise that the Xbox event featured Halo heavily today, after more than 81 million copies of Halo games have been sold worldwide. It's a popular franchise that saw more than 3 million players of Halo, the Master Chief Collection on PC and Xbox One during its launch week. Here's the full Halo Waypoint blog post about Halo Infinite's multiplayer launch, including a list of which game modes and features it does and doesn't include. Here's a chart of the PC system requirements. 2. Update 2:43 p.m. The game now seems to be working and free to play on Xbox as well. With Halo Infinite, Microsoft hopes to rekindle its flagship game. Rumors started swirling over the last few days that Microsoft will release the free Halo Infinite multiplayer mode before the full game. During its Xbox 20th anniversary event, the company confirmed that's the case. The standalone mode is now available on Xbox One, Xbox Series X/S, and PC. The beta is now open to everyone, and Season 1 of Halo Infinite multiplayer is underway 3 weeks early. Microsoft and developer 343 Industries have run a few multiplayer test events over the last few months, but now the mode is open to all. You'll have access to all the Season 1 maps, the Battle Pass, and the core modes. The Halo Infinite campaign release date is still set for December 8th, though a few features will be missing at launch. The campaign co-op and Forge modes will be released later because 343 Industries wanted to focus on the quality of the single-player and multiplayer modes. With less than a month until Halo Infinite launches, this is a good time to remind fans that the game's new, free-to-play multiplayer module can be pre-installed on both console and PC, which is well-timed news because Halo Infinite's multiplayer mode is now live, in beta form, on Xbox and PC. As part of a surprise, with less than a month until Halo Infinite launches, this is a good time to remind fans that the game's new, free-to-play multiplayer module can be pre-installed on both console and PC, which is well-timed news because Halo Infinite's multiplayer mode is now live, in beta form, on Xbox and PC, as part of a surprise release from Microsoft and 343 Industries. Halo Infinite launches on Deck 8 and will be available day 1 to all Xbox Game Pass subscribers on Xbox One, Xbox Series X, and Windows PC. The multiplayer portion of Halo Infinite requires approximately 50 GB of storage, according to the game's Steam and Microsoft Store pages. It's unknown how much space the full game will take up. Recent leaks and rumors have said it'll take 97 GB, which falls in line with the installation size for Halo. The Master Chief Collection, 104 GB, and Halo 5, Guardians, 95 GB. Monday is the 20th anniversary of the launch of Halo Combat Evolved, and with it, the first Xbox. Microsoft will celebrate